Dragon Ball Super episode 47 saw one of the most despicable villains in the history of the series make his debut as he killed the beloved Bulma and I'm talking about Black, or Goku Black, whatever you want to call him. And we've been wanting this guy to get his comeuppance ever since then. So on this video, I want to talk about really who should be the guy to give this guy Black a swift kick in the ass.
I've come back from the future to warn you that if you don't subscribe to Geekdom 101, your future is grim.
I mean, let's face it, Goku Black is a dick, and at some point by the end of this arc, either he or whoever his boss is, if he has a boss, needs to get the shit kicked out of him. And really, there's only a few good guys who could do it. And I've narrowed it down to about 3, maybe a 4th one. Might need you guys' help down in the comment section below. Who is going to be the guy that defeats Black at the end of this arc? Is it going to be Goku? Is it going to be Vegeta? Or is it going to be Trunks? And you can make an argument for any of these, okay? And we're going to talk about the arguments right here. Let me introduce the man joining me to talk about this. Reel to Reel Productions, the new kid on the block with the theories. And the intelligent fan fiction, as we call it, right?
Yes, I think that's an appropriate term, really. Thank you, Geekdom. It's a real pleasure to be here, back again for another kind of discussion theory video, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. It's more so just kind of a somewhat of a prediction as well. So, Goku Black is the villain, and you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, he killed Bulma, he killed Mai. You could make an argument that Goku, Vegeta, or Trunks should be the guy to deliver the finishing blow, or maybe a combination of the 3. I'm sure if they get creative, they can come up with a way to do it. So, first and foremost, let's talk about Goku. Goku, main character of the series. The villain is based on him. It's Goku Black, looks just like him. Goku defeating his evil doppelganger makes sense from a storytelling perspective. It could be Goku. However, I can see a lot of fans being upset at this because Goku, they're going to sit there and say Goku always wins, which he really doesn't, but it certainly feels that way, you know, with the Resurrection F arc and kind of how, even though he did not technically defeat Hit, although the manga says otherwise, he was still the top guy at the end of the day for the Universe 7 team. So what are the strengths and weaknesses of Goku winning here? How do you see it playing out?
I feel like a lot of the reasons people hate Goku winning was really very much for the Fukkatsu no F arc and the movie giving, not like just basically taking that kill away from Vegeta. I think it's true, Goku doesn't necessarily always win, and having him beat his other self would be something pretty interesting to see, at least for one degree. Honestly, I feel like if Goku were to go in and win, there would be a big fan backlash just because they want other people to kind of get a spotlight. And we saw other people get a spotlight when Trunks showed up last time, so, and to beat the person who's kind of destroying his image is somewhat of a narrative strength. I just think that having Goku definitely go into having Goku take this arc and kind of playing off the fact that, yes, he does make bad people good, and him being kind of the antagonizing force is the story strength. Having Goku beat that bad guy isn't where the story strength really lies.
I agree with that. Now, the next option we have is, of course, Vegeta. Now, a couple of reasons why he might be a good choice. Number one, because he kind of got shafted in the Resurrection F movie, as you pointed out. He was pretty much a non-factor in Battle of Gods. He helped against Majin Buu, but wasn't the killing force. And in the Universe 6 tournament, he did very well, carried the load, so to speak, but still ended up losing the hit. So why would this work out? Well, first of all, it's Vegeta beating Goku, and thus, as a result of that, the fanboys and fangirls of Vegeta will love seeing Vegeta beating Goku, even though it's not really Goku. It's still a version of Goku. That's number one. Number two, Black killed Vegeta's wife. It's not the same wife as the present time, but nonetheless, it's still Vegeta's wife, and it makes sense for him to do it. Number three, he's saving the day for his son's future. But again, I think there's not enough of a personal investment. I feel like Goku killing Black is more personal internally. Vegeta killing Black is more personal externally. But I feel like with Trunks, it's both, because it's his mother and his entire future and his story.
The one thing Goku has, and while a lot of people hate him, he's the main character, always gets the win, The good thing about that is it allows for the development of other characters, people that we actually love more than Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and of course Vegeta. These people, because they are not bound to be the hero of the story, they can be emotionally complex and everything else. We've seen a huge character jump for Vegeta in this entire series. We've seen that he's become more of a family man, more of a father, more of a loving figure, and like basically on Earth and around the people that he's around. He wants to protect people, not just get strong. And he's been dealing with this concept of getting strong and protecting people, and he has to kind of let one thing go or another. By beating Goku, I think, or Black Goku, would be enough catharsis for him to actually kind of move on and basically become the father figure or kind of the stern figure, not necessarily training as much that we see at the end of Z.
Yeah, I think it would make sense. It would give him satisfaction. So now to me, last choice here before we get on to possible etceteras is Future Trunks. Honestly, my pick is him, but again, it's up to the comment section. Of course, you know, whatever you think, but Trunks fought this guy, can't beat him. Some kind of power or some kind of skill that Trunks learns or can tap into will enable him to beat this guy at the end of the arc. I think that would make a lot of sense. The guy witnessed his own future getting totally terrorized. He saw his, you know, would-be girlfriend and his mother get killed in front of his eyes. I mean, the thing is that he never saw the Z Fighters die because he was a baby. He never saw his father get killed. But he's seeing his own mother, bro. The last piece of his heart left, his mother die, bro. That's some serious shit, dude. And I know people who watched that episode and were crying, yo.
Mm-hmm.
What better vengeance than, or whatever you want to call it, revenge, than to have Trunks be the guy to take out Goku Black, and then finally Trunks can get his little moment to shine, even though he might not be the strongest character in Dragon Ball. Him getting the win in his own arc, which it's kind of like what he did in the Cell arc when he went back to the future and killed Cell, and 17 and 18. I think it would be more satisfactory if he can do what his own father and I guess his buddy Goku couldn't do.
I agree. I completely agree. And it would be so interesting and just nice to see Trunks actually step up and do something that isn't just a piece of like a cakewalk for him at the time. I mean, when he goes back into his future timeline to beat Android 18 and 17 and Cell, that's a cakewalk fight for him at that point. It's not really the same kind of fight that it was when he first came to the past. So having him come in and actually take the win from somebody he can't do, like that can't do anything, or Goku and Vegeta can't do anything, Gohan can't do anything, nobody can do anything, would be interesting. I just don't know. I don't even know if the series can logically make that jump, unless they just kind of introduce a completely new, reformed Trunks character who just goes off with Whis and can train and become a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and everything else. I mean, I don't know exactly how they're going to...
That's the problem. It's that it makes the most sense, but getting there, it's like the end. That's the problem with that theory, or that prediction, is that the end game is worth it, but getting there's a problem.
He doesn't necessarily need to get the win as long as he gets the happiest ending possible, honestly.
Yeah, which actually I'm going to link down below to Real's channel. 2 videos I want you guys to watch. One is why does Goku Black hate the Saiyans? And number 2 is how the Future Trunks arc should end. So before we get out of here, miscellaneous picks, all right? Do you see Gohan getting the spotlight again? There's been literally no hints to this at all. Do you see possibly it being one of the god tier characters like Beerus, Whis, Omni King? Who else could be the guy? What if it's Mai, bro? What if it throws a monkey wrench and it's Mai, bro?
It's just a shotgun to the face just ends it.
That's it. Yeah. Well, they could do a thing where Trunks beats his ass and then Mai finishes him with a shotgun to the face. That'd be badass, man. No, go ahead. What do you think?
That'd be really good. Personally, I feel like we're heading towards, if Gohan's going to have any relevance in this arc, and let's be honest, he really should, especially if they're bringing back Trunks and what Gohan means to Trunks, just like Bulma and Vegeta and Goku mean to Trunks. They need to bring Gohan back, and I think if they're going to reintroduce fusing to any degree with the Potara or any other ones, they're going to need to do a fusion between Trunks and Gohan, like you already picked, what you've already talked about in one of your videos is. That's kind of what they need to do. Go Hunks with Go Tanks, and
which they're already teasing in Dragon Ball Heroes, but again, it doesn't really apply. And in Dragon Ball Fusions, of course.
Yes, and it's not something that really applies, but I feel like that's the thing. Like they will have them fuse, have a good fight, and then Vegeta or Goku, possibly both of them, to the point where Goku goes and takes it down, whoever this is down. Like the same thing with Boo. They're going to be kind of the people who put up a good fight, and while we wait for the main heroes to come and do their thing. I don't think the gods, and I would really like to see Mai just shoot Goku Black in the face and then done with it.
That would be great. All right, well, everybody check out Real to Real, and of course, let us know down below who do you think would, and try to disconnect from your fanboyism for this one, and just tell me who you think would be the best person, the most poetic version of Kill Black. Check out Real to Real, and I'll talk to you guys down there.